Hey guys, before we get going, we had technical difficulties a little bit in the beginning, well, throughout the episode. But you'll hear times where I'm talking over Luke. It's because on my end he cut out, but in the recording he didn't. But anyways, here it is. Enjoy episode 136. Let's go.
We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, boom, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
Wait, you got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 136. Before we get going, guys, got to give a quick shout out, to our Patreon subscribers. Huge shout out to Tony, Starla, Sam, Luke, Jacob, and Tyler. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys so much. We gotta put out another monthly video.
We do.
Movie one.
We
I
need
know
to
we've been
do
talking
a movie
about it a little
one,
bit,
and I also need to get a Legends of Luke story in. The month of January was an ass kicker of a month. We did put some stuff out there, Dave and I, with some other recordings we've had, but it's I think the volume is. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think there'll be a Legends of Luke video coming very soon.
Hell yeah. So yes, thank you Patreon subscribers, and that voice you just heard, my co-host down in West by Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke. Buddy, yes, the volume's definitely down, it seems like, knock on wood. The volume is definitely down for now, but we'll see if they got it under control.
Well, I can say here, my weekend, as we start, as we record, this isn't a typical of a Friday recording, but on Friday, it was my first call that I had for a layoff day, and I could not answer that call fast enough because all week I was just like, man, I know it's coming. There's going to be a time I can get one because we got the weather had cleared up, and it was just kind of like a hunch kind of thing, but it never happened. I never got a call at all Monday through Thursday. Not expecting it one bit on Friday. Almost didn't even keep my phone on me because I figured it was like a foregone thing. And I would say in the mornings, but it's in the mornings, the afternoons, and the evenings. When kids, when they like doing something, they'll ask to do it a lot. So basically, I will take Willow. She'll get in the laundry basket, or sometimes I'll just carry her in front of my chest. I'll just carry her around the house and spin around. And we have hardwood floors, so I'll go fast and spin in the corners and stuff. And
yeah, of course,
she loves it. So
start drifting.
Yeah, so I was doing that, and when I started doing that, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, because I have these like sweatpants, well, they weren't pants, like sweat shorts, if you will, I was wearing, and I couldn't, I was getting paranoid. I was like, I don't know if I could feel my phone if it vibrates, because I was kind of moving, and those shorts are kind of like loose, so my phone's not so I ended up turning my volume on, my ringer on, and everything. And the morning went, nothing came, and then it was late. Here I'm assuming it's probably about the same everywhere, maybe with a few tweaks, but here it has to be, if they call, they just say if it's an hour before, if it's
Hello,
they say stay available for an hour before start time, they'll say stay available till 8,
Oh, dude, that was so weird. You cut out for a good 10, 15 seconds.
Oh, fuck me.
Fuck.
So I guess I'll just stop.
You can go right into what you want to talk about now. I mean, this is a perfect transition, right? This has been.
Yeah, it really is. I guess at the top of the docks, I have a new record that has been broken. Did that cut out? Because, man, that was also part of the reason we didn't record on Friday. Was
Yeah.
I was out of commission.
Is that what you were talking about? I was gonna have you go into that right now, since it just cut out because I didn't hear it.
Yes, then let's do it. Then I thought we were talking about my record. My record will bring in a minute.
Yeah. No, but yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened on Friday. I mean, like. Well, my week, Friday night, like we got a bunch of weather too. Like it was starting to get real icy. Surface temps were below freezing. So as soon as it was raining and the water was hitting the ground, it was starting to freeze over and shit. So like it was getting icy out there, unfortunately, especially when the sun started to go down. And then, so it was just like one of those days. It was just one of those days. And then, so I was, Luke and I were texting each other and we were just like, not sure if we want to do this really or not. And then Luke was like, well, I mean, be better off to wait because his internet's fucking up. And as you guys just heard, knock on wood, hopefully it hangs on the rest of the evening here. But the internet, I don't know. We're going to hope and pray here that it continues going on.
I'm just going to say that this right now, we can hope and pray because we're going to need it because it is, I can hear your audio fine. But your screen is so delayed to me to where I've just been staring at. I'm like, it's so off. But your audio is perfectly fine. So
has it been freezing up? Because yours has been freezing up a little bit too on my end.
Yeah. See, now you're good. You're good now. But man, when you were going into that, I was dying. I was like, dude, he's talking about my shitty internet, and it is just being shitty right now. And he has no idea. But yeah, just we had a thing where it popped up. It was like Xfinity was out until like it was going to be restored at like midnight, and it was, I don't know what the hell happened, but like we stream, we don't have any cable providers, so we weren't doing shit, man. We were not watching TV on Friday night, or I was going to. I mean, I had phone data, so I even that's funny because hold on, let me. I even have my earbuds, my work, my earbuds, because I thought that I could prop my phone up and put those earbuds in and do it if we needed to. I was like, the sound quality probably would have been shit, but it just, it is what it is. There was nothing, if you wouldn't have, it kind of worked out because you had plans anyway, and we didn't, so... it would have sucked if we would have had had a guest lined up to do it, or then which we almost did.
We almost did.
Yeah, we almost did. So really, in hindsight, I guess it's good that almost wasn't on the good side of almost and was on the canceled side because it was going to get canceled anyway.
That's right.
But yeah, I guess. When I said about the record, I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way real quick because the snow, for the moment, is behind us. So, will we get more? We could. It's only beginning of February. It's hard to tell, but I
mean, according to that damn Groundhog, we only have another 6 more weeks of winter.
I know. Did you see that shit, dude?
I mean, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
We were watching it.
I can't watch it. We've talked about this before, I think. It's like the Groundhog thing is just, it's a reason for everybody just to get together and drink.
Dude, I've bet on Groundhog Day before on Odds Maker.
You could bet on that?
One time on Odds Maker, it was a max bet of $25, so you couldn't bet any more than $25, and it was like, I can't remember which way the odds were. If it was Punxsutawney Phil was like, for him to see his shadow was like minus 2,500. It was like a 25-1 favorite. So it's like, why the fuck would I bet $25 to fucking on a 25-1 favorite? So I think I just laughingly lit $25 on fire and on the over. Now I put it that he wouldn't see a shadow that paid out like 10-1.
He's always going to see his shadow. Like
Dude, look,
every time there's light, there's a shadow.
I'm thinking about this now, dude, and that had to be one of the biggest takes. Oddsmaker was a suspect sports book. Dude, it was this is when all this shit was still very illegal. And online betting was kind of first breaking onto the scene. But, dude, them motherfuckers probably laughed all the way. They're like, we know it's going to happen. We're just going to make the odds ridiculously huge. And everybody, all these degenerates, because we can make it a max bet of $25, they're just going to throw it on the fucking 10-1 dog like idiots. And we're just going to we're just going to make 20. Because that's exactly what I fucking did, dude.
Oh shit! All right, I'm sorry to derail your.
We can go from that. That was an achievement of another kind to say, because not a lot of people can say they've bet on Groundhog Day, but I have. Some have. I guess the degenerates have, but of the no, I shattered my record of, dude, I think my record was about 2 weeks, so we'll say 14 days. I shattered my record of wearing chains straight through of 27 straight days where, now towards the end I didn't have to wear them the whole time, but I still had to put them on at some point. Like the last couple days I didn't have to wear them. But dude, I just want to say I hope that's a record that I don't fucking hope that I break that one, because I'm already 40, and dude, to think that that's going to be like, I just don't want 10 years from now I'm going to be like, well, here's fucking 31 straight days. But there's no, dude, it made me, as much as I talk about these things and as much as I say I like them as a security blanket, I fucking loathe having them on because they fuck up everything in a slow way. And it's just like when you can't get your route done day in and day out, it's like just driving 25 miles per hour on a 45 mile per hour road with a line of traffic behind you. You're just fucking getting irritated. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there for a driving spot for all those that wear tire chains. I know Elbert, shout out to, I'm not sure what Elbert's current IG name is offhand, but he'll always be Brown Man and Brown, because that was his original one. I always remember that one, but I know Elbert does. But for all those that have them, hopefully you don't have to wear them for 27 days straight, because those weren't work days. You know, there were weekends included. I'm just saying. I don't know probably the numbers in maybe the upper teens or around 20, but yeah, good fucking riddance.
Yeah, that's it, man. You know, fuck, dude. I couldn't imagine having to go that long with chains.
Dude, I wish the only thing I would say is I wish you could run them one time like I do, just to see feel the difference. Because I'm telling you, dude, it makes, you would be like, because you guys, I've said that to Nate too, especially because Nate delivers in the fucking Catskills anyway, so he's in elevation too. Like, dude, I feel like you guys would be like, fuck, this is so, like, it probably wouldn't even be fair. Because I would be shitting my pants if I didn't have them on when roads were fucking... I guess I wouldn't be. But that's the reason I can go down a lot of those places so that I'll show, is because of that. And I know the roads very well. The ones that I can't... I still EC shit. I EC plenty, but yeah. Fucking...
You guys are catching up, though. Right?
Yeah.
You guys are all caught up.
Finally. Took us fucking a month, but we are caught up.
Gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I just want to bring this up because, like, I don't know how you are, but you mentioned, like, your sweat shorts you were wearing.
Yes.
And so, you know, like, I'm a big, more about, like, being comfy kind of person. I mean, look, I'm wearing a fucking hoodie. I'm wearing sweatpants. My slippers are on. I'm, you know, there's people that are just like, I'm more for, like, the looks. I go for, like, the Adam Sandler. You know what I mean?
Same.
You know, like, you know, so to say. So, dude, we were up at Sam's Club. Sam's Club has these like sweatpant joggers. These like joggers, dude. They are one of the most comfortable sweatpants I have ever owned. I picked up 3 in like 3 different colors, like gray, black, and like a blue. It was like a dark navy, like blue color. But man, listen, if you guys are ever in Sam's Club, check out the sweatpants section and go find their joggers because, whew, and they're cheap, dude, because they're like the Sam's Club brand.
Ashley always tries to get me in sweatpants, and sometimes I do, but I'm in shorts so often. Like right now, I'm wearing, but I do got the hoodie on though. I got the old Duke hoodie on tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, side note, I don't know, you just made me think about that, but yeah. Anyways, dude, I love these sweatpants. They're so fucking comfy.
Well, dude, this will be a thing to go bring into the next because of sweatpants. People exercise sometimes because this was totally. You brought this memory to life, dude. Out of the vault of steel trap memory. I feel like my short term memory is fucking terrible, but the steel trap memory of the long, like, dude, a lot of times stuff gets lost up in there. And I don't know if you mentioned this on any of the previous episodes. They would be recent if you did, but you've talked about your weight loss competition, right? Have you talked about that on here?
Yes.
So did you bring up about the punishment that you had to do because of the week?
I'm not sure if I did. So
go ahead and say that,
yeah.
because this is how this came to light.
So like, I don't know, for those that may have even missed it, me and a few others are doing this like weight loss thing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I got weight to lose. All right, we all do, I think, for the most part.
Fuck yeah,
so
I do.
So, and there's a group chat. We all hold each other accountable, and we got to post our weekly weight every Saturday. And so everybody has a goal to either lose like a pound a week, whatever. And so like that was like mine, to lose a pound a week. Well, I failed. All right, I may have had Taco Bell that week. I may have had a couple candies out on the road, who knows. So, and the punishment for me, because now there's a punishment and it's given by everybody else who's a part of this group. And I had to do these like wall sits. I think that's what they're called. These wall sits where, you lean up against the wall and you go to like the sitting position and like your thighs are just on fucking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but anyways, that was my punishment for the week. And each day it gradually increased in seconds of like 3 sets. So by like the end of the week, you were feeling it. But it felt good to not have to do that anymore after a week. But go ahead, Luke. That was my
so Dave's telling me this, on a phone conversation we're having, and so it just made me think like wall sits, and I dove fucking deep into the vault, and this is gonna just show of how it was like sometimes you don't realize, especially when you get a little bit older, and you don't realize when people say it was a different time that you actually lived in, that it was a different time. So I was telling Dave, I said, with the wall sits, the first time I ever remember getting introduced to those, I was in elementary school. I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and we had, I don't know the circumstances of what happened, but we ended up having a substitute gym teacher for like a month, and this dude was I don't remember his name. Not that I'd want to. I mean, I would say not that I'd want to give it out because nobody got hurt as far as I know. In this story, somebody might have had a pulled quad or something, but that'd have been about it. But so, like I said, this was when I was in 3rd or 4th grade. I can't remember. It was one of the two. So what, 8, 9 years old. So the gym teacher, the sub gym teacher comes in, and he is a former basketball player at the place that I played football at. So that's kind of what's funny, because I ended up seeing this guy. I will say, I don't know if I would get into this part because it's not the funny part of the story, but I will say when this dude left at the end of the month, it was all on good terms. He let his hard ass part go down, even dunked for us. Kids, we were fucking going crazy. Yeah. So it ended on a good note, but it didn't start or go with a good note at first. So I don't remember. We were probably just being little brat fucking kids. Who knows? I don't know. I don't remember why, but this dude, this gym teacher, when we were getting punished for either talking, doing whatever we weren't supposed to do, and I'm talking, this guy was yelling. This dude was yelling. Like, I don't want to say, I won't go as intense to say like drill sergeant yelling, but I'm talking fucking raising a voice in a gym, dude. It's carrying. People would hear it.
Yeah.
So we're getting fucking in trouble, and he makes us do wall sits. Dude, us as kids, nobody fucking, dude. So we do it, our fucking, everybody's quads are fucking burning.
Everyone's burning.
There's fucking, I told Dave, I could remember kids fucking crying, sobbing, screaming, crying because their legs were fucking on fire. And that guy was like, don't sit down. And there's just fucking kids. Like, dude, I'm talking. I'll say, from the gym, the elementary school I went to was a 1-story fucking building. It was not big. It wasn't like our gymnasium was somewhere fucking like far off, dude. I guarantee you, thinking about it now, like the faculty just walked by and was just hearing a fucking half dozen to a dozen kids at least fucking screaming bloody murder doing these wall sits, and nobody ever did a thing. We just like, shit went on, and I told my dad. I remember I went home because my grandparents used to, my dad would work. Sometimes if he would work way late and not get home till, I don't know, whenever my grandparents would come to my house after school when the bus would drop me off. So, my grandmother would make me dinner or whatever it would be, to make sure somebody was there. And when I came home, like, I remember like saying to them, like, I was wanting my dad to beat this guy up because it was so terrible. But it made me laugh because I was thinking, like, now in this era, like in this stage, in this era, generation of everything, 2025, the year we're in, like, this dude would have got fucking, he may have got arrested that fucking day, dude, for child abuse. I'm telling you, it sounded fucking terrible.
No.
And I laughed so hard because I was like, dude, it's so different now because nobody thought of a fucking thing, dude. Nobody thought of, my dad told me a story. I'll say this real quick and then I'll stop just to show how intense extreme generations for another. My dad is 71 years old, so he was born in 1954. So he said when he played in junior high football, so he would have been like 13. So this was like the late 60s, like 60, we'll call it the 1967-ish.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody would fuck up and like miss a block or do something wrong, my dad's coach would grab whoever fucked up and another kid and grab them by the face mask and just fucking bash their heads together one time. And I've told that story for years because I've always laughed saying, dude, whoever the poor kid that didn't do anything wrong just got on the receiving end. Just fucking what a practice it would be. And my stepmom, I was telling Dave one day, my stepmom asked my dad if my grandfather would have said anything, like done anything if he'd have told him that. My dad was like, yeah, he probably would have told me, well, you shouldn't have missed the block or don't miss the block next time. I was like, dude, it's so crazy how, I was like, now that guy would have gotten arrested for fucking assault now.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's so crazy how the generation, so yeah, it was just like, obviously this guy wasn't beating our heads together. He didn't physically hit nobody. He was just making us do wall sits, and kids were screaming because nobody ever did that fucking exercise before. But it just made me laugh because it was so, it yeah, it made me realize, like, oh yeah, air has definitely changed because nobody that was like that went on for a month, and then like the last week it was cool. Like I said, it happy ending, even though it doesn't sound like it was.
Goodness, dude. Yeah, dude, that's nuts. I'm glad I can unlock that one for you. That's good.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. It's probably you say it was a little traumatic in a sense thinking about it, but it makes me my fucking. You got to have a little sense of humor. God, it made me laugh because nobody got hurt. It just was like, it's so fucking crazy how it made me feel old. I'll just say that. I was like, wow, it's because I don't think you've been able to do that for a while now. But yeah, thanks for unlocking that one for me.
Of course. That's amazing. Oh man. What do we got
Did
next?
I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Fuck.
Oh, maybe it's fucking up again.
Fuck.
I think it's still recording though.
Oh shit.
We'll see if it reconnects here. It says it's trying to reconnect.
Dude, there you are.
Boy.
There you are.
Here we are.
Oh my God.
Back in the saddle, baby.
Fuck.
Here we go.
I just went into the Matrix for a minute. Don't mind me.
It's all good. So how about this, huh? There's I'll read about it. UPS says that it reached an agreement in principle with Amazon to lower its volume by more than 50% by the second half of 2026. Tomei said that because the contract with Amazon came up for renewal this year, it was time to reassess the near 30-year relationship.
30 years, damn. Been that long, huh? Yeah, that's when they were selling books.
Right.
Dude, they weren't fucking moving any volume. Who'd have thought 30 years ago? Holy shit.
Yeah, and because of that, the stock went down. UPS stock.
Yeah, stock took a pretty good hit.
Stock pummeled, yep. But
no, I mean
50% by the second half of 2026. So, if that happens, volumes go down all over the country. Because, let's be honest. Our trucks are, mine, probably. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with this internet, man. This internet's jacking up right now. I don't even know if it's still recording.
Is it not?
It says it's still recording, but I don't know if it's still recording me when I lose you. So, but 50%, okay? Let's be honest here. Our trucks are probably what? 70% Amazon?
I mean, that's a. I don't know. That
is
seems
that too much?
That seems a bit high to me.
Okay. So, but still, more than half of our truck is probably Amazon.
Yeah,
I would think.
I would probably. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So if that happens and volume goes down all over the country, then are we talking about cutting routes? Are we talking about full-time routes getting cut?
Well,
what's going to happen in that time when that happens?
I think that, with SurePost, I guess a lot of that shit, SurePost is still, that's going to take a bite out of that then too, then. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I would say that it's going to suck for anybody that wants to,
That's looking to move up right now, yeah.
Yeah, that are trying to get like into a driving position, but that's, I don't know what her, if they're looking at it like, if it's creating more jobs but not paying off on there, and I'm thinking from the company side, I'm sure they're making plenty of money, but
Of course they are.
A dividend decimal point not hitting a certain spot. Maybe I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
They. I mean, it. Yeah, it sucks. It does, but this is. I don't know if it'll be a. We'll see how it goes, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't really. I think because I'm on the ground level, I'm not a fan of it, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, dude, crazy. It's gonna be crazy to think about. But yeah, I don't know. 50% sounds nuts to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We were having another thing where Cowboy Cardboard Warrior, shout out to Brian, was telling us some stuff where, it seems like they're just spending a lot of money here lately, and I don't know what the fuck they're up to be completely honest with you, but I'm just going to keep on delivering. Hope that shit doesn't get fucking shittier.
I know. Yeah. So just a heads up, guys, in the coming next year, will be interesting to see what happens with that. Next, Luke, you put the OJ Netflix special on there. So
I
did watch part of that actually with Danielle.
I started to watch the first episode, but haven't got much past it. But I've been stuck in 1995 for a long time. When I dive into OJ, man. So I know.
Oh, Danielle does every time. Every time there's a special out about it about him and a case, everything. Like, she's on it.
I like how they opened it up because a lot of those. I mean, Mark Furman's been on them before, but I like how they really dude. I like
deep dived into it.
They deep dived into it. Mark Furman was talking shit on how them other guys handled it. And when I was watching that first episode, I was like, "Ooh, look at Mark over here holding some." Well,
yeah. And I guess what they did too in the Netflix special that Danielle said that's a different from a lot of the other ones is they showed a lot more of the graphic side of things.
Dude, it's still amazing to me every time when when something comes up or it gets brought. It is crazy to me that he fucking got. I mean, Mark Furman. I didn't watch too much into it, but dude, it wasn't even it became the race thing. Obviously was what the big fucking underlying factor was in this. But honestly, I've always said that Johnny Cochran is fucking always deserved to be in the Hall of Fame for how he handled pretty much how he handled everything with it, because he made the cops look fucking shady, even without Mark Furman's, with the stuff that he had said in the past tapes that they dug up about him. He was obviously a racist and fucking he was dude, back then that would be like now being on a social media recording with somebody on their cell phone. Back then that shit didn't happen, because there was no smartphones. There was no fucking people had cameras in their pocket that they could just do that. He literally made that that was black and white fucking evidence that he obviously, so it fit right into the fucking narrative. But all that being said, as shitty as the prosecution, I feel fucked up on a lot of things, with the gloves and all that. Dude, he had their blood. He had Ron and Nicole's blood on his socks and his own blood in his house. Dude, what the fuck? I've always thought, dude, you know how hard it would be to get blood on your socks? In that situation, with all that blood being spilled, I wouldn't. But dude, just think about him saying he's a passerby. You're just, how the fuck you going to get blood in your socks if or he wasn't even a passerby. I'm just saying, if he didn't stab nobody and you walk by that scene, you don't get blood in your fucking You know what I
crazy.
mean, dude? Yeah,
Crazy.
it's crazy to me that now I've always said now Fred Goldman has won because he is still alive and OJ died. When OJ died, I was like, Fred can, I mean, not that it fucking changes anything, but
Right.
he's got to be a part
Right.
of him that's fucking happy to see that he fucking kicked it. But yeah, I'm going to watch every episode, and I just don't like, dude, it's crazy because it's like I was old enough to remember it, but I didn't understand. I understood the magnitude at the time, even because, dude, I was in 5th grade and they stopped school pretty much. We stopped school until the OJ
that's so
verdict
wild.
was read. Yeah. So I knew the magnitude of like that this was big, but like all the stuff, like the underlying factors, like with the racial tension and all that shit, I had no idea. You know, I had no clue about anything like that. So I think that's why it fascinates me so much too, is because when I look into it and see this shit, I'm like, man, I remember seeing the
You
Bronco
remember.
chase on TV and just like it's yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys. Well, obviously a lot of people do, or they wouldn't keep fucking making shit. I mean, dude,
True.
we're 30 years after the fact. That's probably why they did it, because 95, 2025. That'd be my guess. But yeah, I'm going to keep. That might be what I watch whenever when we stop recording. But
There you go.
of OJ. Speaking, you know, because OJ was first famous from being a football player.
Yeah.
We're in a position of having a Super Bowl prediction with recording when we are and being right before the Super Bowl. We don't get a lot of chances to do this when we record episodes to give actual predictions. So this is actually kind of rare, but.
So
We have the Chiefs and the Eagles, but
yeah, and I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I really feel like nobody. No, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I feel like everybody does not want to see Kansas City win again.
well,
That's the vibe I get, like, up here from people.
well, I feel like that's been the vibe the last couple of years. I don't think anybody wanted to see. I think last year, because it was year one of the Taylor Swift Kelsey relationship, and
Sure. Right, that is what it is,
They were
yep.
showing her. Dude, it was, but like
Every time.
they
I mean,
did,
they still
but
do,
they did overdo it though. They like, dude, that first fucking game, they were playing the fucking. The first game they showed her on TV, they were playing the fucking Chicago Bears and beat the shit out of them by like fucking 30 points. And I bet dude, if they didn't, they had to have showed her 20 to 25 times. I feel like they were like, dude, they're whipping their ass. This isn't even a game. We'll just keep fucking people hooked by zooming in on Taylor Swift. And but it made me, this is the thing that really, of all this, that like it made me come into a newfound respect for Taylor Swift, because to be completely honest with you, I would have never fucking really known, because I don't listen to a lot of new music, and I know Taylor Swift's been around for a while, but a lot of new artists I don't know that much
Care
about.
for. Yeah.
And the fact that, I mean, I always kind of knew who Taylor Swift was because she's been around for a long time, but like I would have never really fucking, until she got involved in the football world. And I didn't really start listening to, I didn't listen to the New Heights podcast the first season they did it, but that second season and that's when the Taylor thing got, so I got more like, and then I realized all the shit that she's done. Like, I'm never going to be into her music. That's just not my jam. I don't want to take away from her talent. I just don't fucking, It's just not my fucking genre. I like, but she jams out to classic shit sometimes. I've seen her with video with Bryan Adams, and like, dude, it's one of them things that like it's just, dude, the star power that she has. It's fucking kind of crazy to see, and how much
the fucking
again. How much the fucking NFL made off of her.
I don't know what's going on.
There.
God damn it, you left me again for like 5 seconds.
Fuck.
I was saying that her star power, just how much the NFL made just from her showing up to football games, I was like, holy shit, she's fucking for real. That's basically where I was getting at when I went back to the Matrix.
They sold out of Kelsey jerseys, for crying out loud, because all the Swifties bought them.
Yeah, dude, they sold out of Kelsey jerseys, and they dropped. It was like fucking $400 million or something.
Nuts.
Like what the fuck, dude? Like, you have that kind of. That's when I realized, like, Jesus, like you can
power she has.
Like, yeah, like I can't fucking talk shit. I can say her music fucking sucks to me, but like she's a goddamn billionaire.
Yeah,
fucking selling out stadiums. That's not like would be. I can't say. You don't see. It's like the fucking generational. You know, it's like how Michael Jackson was at his peak, dude. That's the only thing I can compare it to. Because Michael Jackson was at one time like, dude, and you know, people would say the Beatles, 100%. That was before our time, but yeah, it's just one of them things, dude. When you see it, you got to kind of admire it. Even though I couldn't fucking name you songs, but I'm fucking, I'll appreciate it.
So the other thing I have an issue with is it seems like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are this generation's Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not just talking about them winning bowls. I'm not talking about them winning the championships, you know?
People hating them.
But that Mahomes becoming he's becoming a little bit of a whiny crybaby now. I'm telling you, he dove on some of those plays. This motherfucker is flopping around out there. You know what I mean?
Well, that one call they had when he was running back and forth, they shouldn't have had him running like a quarterback. He was a fucking runner at that point. But of course, I agree.
But like, I just see flashes of Tom Brady in the Pats like in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? Just like.
The only thing with them is they're actually doing it faster. Like, so like when Brady won his first one, dude, I was a junior in high school, and that was like 2001. And then they didn't win. They won in 2004. And then, but like I don't know if they ever repeated. They may have repeated once, but in all the Super Bowls,
I think they repeated once, but they never repeated.
Yeah, and when they won, like it was years apart, and sometimes, but yeah, they were always in it, you know, just like the Chiefs are. But yeah, he's fucking. I mean, people hate fucking, and then you know, in the Taylor Swift shit, I think amplifies it because. Yeah. You know, a lot of people fucking it just becomes a thing, and then, but yeah, they do get a lot of calls, and they did squeak by a lot of games this year, but they're the back-to-back defending champions, and they're just it's hard to fucking. It's as much as I believe that Philadelphia can win because Saquon Barkley is playing.
Dude's an animal.
I mean, dude, the fucking guy's a machine. And their defense, I truly think that they'll win. I think the Eagles will win, but I can't say to fucking bet on them.
Is that your prediction?
Yeah, I think the Eagles will win, but I don't even know if I would bet on it because it's so fucking hard to bet against the Chiefs. Like,
I know.
It's like they fucking just keep winning. So, yeah, I think the Eagles will win.
I would also think the Eagles are going to win as well. I do. But, like, I would give my prediction to say the Eagles will win. But is the NFL rigged for the Kansas City Chiefs to three-peat?
I'll say this individually is I think I told Dave this, and this is kind of the whole reason I wanted to say it.
I really didn't want to say it.
Nah, it's fine. People,
God, it's so annoying. but it's getting talked about. So
I think as far as prop bets go, I think Travis Kelce, because this is the whole reason I really wanted to make sure to say this, because I think Kelce might have the game of his life this Super Bowl. Ooh. I'm saying multiple touchdowns.
Say it on here.
Big. I don't know receiving yards. I mean, you could say 100. We'll say I think he'll get 70, 80 receiving yards and a couple touchdowns.
They'll win, and then what's going to happen, Luke?
And they'll win. And even though I said I think the Eagles will win, this is what I was saying. If the Chiefs would win, so say they will win, say the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce retires and right there proposes to Taylor Swift, and she accepts his marriage proposal with the confetti in the fucking post-Super Bowl.
Fireworks flying up out of the...
Yeah. Roger Goodell blowing loads for how many ratings they're going to get. Dude, I wanted to make sure to say this so we have this out on record that because if that happens in the NFL, it's fucking rigged.
God damn it.
If that happens, I'll be like, damn, why didn't I fucking just listen to myself? I said the Eagles. I'm not going to bet on the Eagles, but that's what would be funny. I'll tell that story. In my betting days, I would tell that story and then bet on the Eagles, and then that story would happen, and I'd be like, yeah, I was the guy that predicted that and still bet on the other team.
Oh, man. Now, if that happens, though, whew, man, you heard it here first.
Yeah, right. Hot damn. Unreal.
Yeah, buddy. All right. 46 minutes here. Should we get into the question of the week, bud?
Yeah, I was getting it lined up to fucking
You got the Facebook
ready.
one?
No, I haven't even, dude. Honestly, I haven't looked at any responses.
All right,
I just lined up, so this is all fresh for me too. I know normally. Okay, I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if you want to find the Facebook ones, I can,
all
like
right.
we used to back in the day.
Yeah.
So I decided that we should play a little game. So this question of the week is a fuck, marry, kill kind of question, right? We're gonna go with fuck, marry, kill. More stops with less miles, or more miles with less stops, or heavy bulk route punched out at 5 p.m. every day. So, fuck, marry, kill. Let's go, shall we? This one is from B-Rad Mo. Mr. Brad Moser says, is it too late to option 3? Bulk and off at 5 every day. Well, you didn't fuck, marry, kill anything. What if we... Come on. More miles, less stops. Miles are your friends with bonus.
Old bald bearded bastard.
Old bald bearded bastard, yes. Surf Snow Stew says he would fuck the bulk stop. Buck Cherry. He will marry more stops, less miles, and then he'll kill more miles,
Yawn.
less stops. This one here is from Girl Dad 8704 says, more miles, yes please. Blast music in my ear all day. More miles is very, very popular.
Yeah.
This one here is from Shortcake. What's up, Shortcake? Is that
Angela? It's Angela.
Is that Angela?
That's Angela.
What up, Angela? Angela says, fuck the bulk stop, marry more stops, and kill more miles.
Oh, she's another more miles killer.
More miles killer. This one here is from Gimme More Cosplay. What's up, more? Gimme More says, fuck the bulk stop, but off at 5. Marry more miles, less stops. I like how you put Moore. That's very clever.
Very
I noticed
clever.
that.
Nice.
And then she also says, kill more stops, less miles.
I like it.
This one here is from the Aztec. Says, fuck bulk stop route, marry more stops, less miles, and kill more miles, less stops. But then he says, ask me again in 10 years, and it might be wildly different.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
that can happen.
this one here is for some reason hidden. This one is from Rocky Mountain Rot. Says, fuck more stops, less miles, marry more miles, less stops, and kill the bulk route and done early. Says, my goal is to touch the least amount of boxes possible. Why I'll stay a swing driver and cover country/mountain routes.
Love that idea. Do you love that idea? Well,
mine, I put on there. Mine is I would kill the bulk route. I would marry less stops with more miles, and fuck more stops with less miles. That's it.
yeah, I think that's about the same for me. I'm done with bulk, so yeah, I would
Like
go in that
5
lineup.
p.m.'s cool, but like
Busting your
bulk
ass,
route,
all
dude.
Yeah,
Fuck that, dude. Fuck
Well,
that.
We did have one on Facebook from Matt. I said I remember Matt Showstack. I've seen you on here plenty, brother. He said kill number 1, which what was number 1? The bulk stop.
Yep, he'd kill the bulk stop,
Marry number 2. Fuck number 3.
which is more stops.
And fuck number 3, which is more miles.
Sorry, hold on a second. He would start that over again. I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Kill number 1, marry number 2.
Yeah, which is kill number 1 is more stops with less miles.
And number 2 is what he'd marry.
More miles with less stops.
And number 3 is what he'd fuck.
I should have played that fucking soundbite every time it got to that. Shit.
Well,
Let's
on,
just
dude. Hold
restart it, okay? So let's go with
Fuck.
marry and kill here. Can you imagine how many times I'd have to play it?
Dude, well,
That
I'm
would've been
going to
amazing.
point at you to get you the last of it so
Let's
you
go.
can say it because he put it in here in his comments. So he said,
Let's go.
He said, fuck number 3 because at the end of the day,
Fuck.
your body hurts.
God. Dude, that would have been such a good opportunity. God damn it. When you just said it, I was like,
anybody else
shit.
listening, anybody that had been listening to his soundboard might have had to turn it down.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
God,
Someone's
man.
about to get in trouble. Sorry, guys.
Fuck.
Can't find that package in the back today.
Fuck.
Damn it, it's Monday.
Fuck.
Like, oh, the Chiefs just three-peated.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Shit. Yeah, fuck, I'm glad that sound bites back.
Me too. I don't know why I waited so long.
Fuck.
Jesus. All right. Guys, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for us. Listen, thank you guys so much for being here. This is awesome. Luke and I enjoyed this. Hope you had a good laugh with us just now.
Fuck.
Huge shout out again to our Patreon subscribers. If you want to be part of the Patreon family, go to patreon.com/AITDpod and sign up today to get exclusive content from your favorite
Fuck.
UPS drivers, huh? All right. Guys, thank you so much. I'm Dave, my co-host Luke. We will catch you all next week.
Later, everybody.